So for the past couple of weeks, I've been using Apple's fresh new Beats Flex headphones full time. They're available now, and at just 50 quid, they are substantially more affordable than other Beats headphones. You don't even need to consider parting with any internal organs. But considering these things are just a fraction of the price of most Beats offerings, there's got to be some kind of catch, right? Well, as I say, I've been using them for a couple of weeks, and here's my full in-depth Beats Flex review. And for more than the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first up, even though the Beats Flex are wireless headphones, technically they do connect to your phone via Bluetooth. Of course, they are also connected to each other via a cable. So you're not getting that true wireless experience that the likes of the Power Beats serve up, but of course these are considerably cheaper. Thankfully, the cable is really durable. It's made from nitinol, which is a metal alloy constructed from nickel and titanium, which means it flexes under pressure, so it would take a lot of force to actually snap this thing. And this luminous citrus yellow hue is certainly very vibrant, very eye-catching. You'll attract a lot of attention if you've got these bunged in your head as you're walking down the street. If you want a similar sort of vibrant finish, the Beats Flex are also available in blue. If you want something a bit more boring and standard, then you can grab them in black or grey. You've got 4 sizes of ear tip bundled in the box. You can quite easily find a shape that works for you. Although I did find that when I was walking down the street or whatever, the cable does kind of pull a little bit on the buds. I did find I occasionally had to readjust them, get them back into position. So if you do a lot of moving around during the day, or you're looking for a pair of earphones to like take down the gym or something like that, I'd say probably look elsewhere. You definitely need some sort of like wings or something to help secure the buds in place. I even tried kind of wedging them under my face mask like so when I was out and about, but I found that even then it didn't really work. They still occasionally got dragged out of place. Now the Beats Flex don't have an official IP rating. They're not fully water resistant. You do have the likes of a GIP and USB port, but that is tucked away down below, and I did find that I could use the Beats Flex in, shall we say, rather inclement British weather, and they were absolutely fine. And while the Beats Flex do support fast connect with Apple products, iPhones, things like that, I found that they were nice and quick to pair up with your Android smartphone as well. Basically just go into the Bluetooth menu, switch these on, you'd be paired up in just half a minute or so. And the good news is that the signal stayed really strong and stable at all times with the Beats Flex. I never had a single stutter or stammer as long as I was a reasonable distance away from my phone or whatever was streaming music. Now, as with most wired earphones like this, you do get full physical controls as well. You've got a volume rocker here on the left hand side, so volume up, volume down, nice and simple and straightforward. There's also a multi-function button tucked away on there too. One quick tap of this will pause or play your music, a double tap will skip you forward a track, and a triple tap will skip you back a track. And you could also long press it to call up your smartphone assistant, although I ddid find that the Google Assistant voice was a lot louder than any other audio that was playing through my headphones, which was a little bit jarring. Ooh. Ow. And I was really pleased to see that when you take the buds out, they do actually have a magnetic connection, so they do slap together like so, and then you can just sort of dangle them, wear them like a funky luminous yellow necklace. And thankfully, just like the OnePlus bullets, when the buds snap together like so, that auto pauses your music so you're not fumbling for a button as well. And then when you prise them apart, shove them back in your ear holes, well, it auto resumes it as well. Great feature. And that magnetic connection is nice and strong as well. Just drop them down there, they will snap together, and you can jiggle about, you can run down the street, do whatever you want, and they will stay connected. As this is an Apple product, of course, you've got full AAC support as you would expect, but there's no aptX or aptX HD. Thankfully, I didn't notice any lip syncing issues when I was using these bad boys while watching a bit of Netflix, Disney Plus, whatever. Now, I definitely think Beats have improved the audio experience on pretty much all of their devices over the last couple of years or so. And of course, for 50 quid, you can't expect the moon on a stick, but the Beats Flex are absolutely fine for enjoying a bit of music, spoken word stuff, whatever you fancy. As usual, bass fans are well catered for. You get a decent bit of rumble and a respectable level of treble as well. But if you want finer details, you'll definitely have to bump up your budget and go for an alternative device. Definitely not one for the true audiophile. And I also found that even with the perfect size of ear tip, the Beats Flex didn't really offer much in the way of noise isolation, and obviously there's no noise cancellation on this for 50 quid. That again would be rather high expectations. So I found that when I was out and about on a busy high street or whatever, I had to really bump up the volume if I was listening to, for instance, a podcast or an audiobook to hear what was going on. Thankfully though, the Beats Flex's built-in microphone is really good for call quality, so even when you're out and about, it will clearly pick up your voice. Absolutely perfect in those regards. And no real complaints when it comes to the battery life either. The Beats Flex offer a full 10 to 11 hours of use per charge, so even really heavy users should still get a full day out of them, no problem. And I was very happy indeed to see that the Beats Flex charged with Type-C USB as well, no dodgy proprietary nonsense, no micro USB, thank Christ. And you don't actually get a charger bundled in the adorably cute tiny little box, but of course pretty much every Android phone these days charges up via Type-C, so if you're an Android user, sorted. And while the completely dead Beats Flex will take a couple of hours to charge back up to full, you can just plug them in for a few minutes and get around an hour's playback, which is really handy if you're about to dash off on an errand and you've realised, whoops, forgot to charge them. And alright, there is my Beats Flex review, what I think of them after using them as my full-time headphones for a couple of weeks. And you know, if you want that Beats branding on a sort of kind of strict-ish budget, then they'll definitely do the job. I was quite happy using them. I have very few complaints, and obviously true audiophiles are not going to be sated by these things, but you know what, if you really care that much about your music quality, just have to save up a bit longer and maybe get the likes of the Power Beats. And I also wouldn't recommend them if you are going to be wearing earphones while you're going out and about quite a lot or going down the gym, something like that, because they're just not quite stable enough in the ears. But apart from that, as I say, perfectly solid. So have you been using the Power Beats Pro? If you have, it'd be great to hear your own mini review down in the comments below. Please do subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a lovely rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.